This is The Edge.
Let's take it to the edge. We're going to the edge. The Edge Show. The Edge Show. Let's take it to the edge. We're going to the edge. On the Edge Show. The Edge Show. WTTS Radio. Let's take it to the edge. Keisha McBoopin. Going on the Rags in my swing, yeah.
Keeping it on. This is the edge. This is the edge.
Going to the edge. The Edge Show.
What up, what up, what up?
What it do?
This is your girl, Rax, coming at you from The Edge Radio Show. We have
Swinging.
Keisha Mack.
Poop. Huh. Maybach music. I'm distracted right now. Don't fist it.
What's going on, everyone? What's going on? We hope that you had a wonderful hump day thus far, and we hope that you are going to have a wonderful hump evening. Hope you're humping. How about that?
How about that? Yeah,
hope you're humping. How about that? I know, right?
10 humps fast and then slow it down in the circle.
Make sure that you tune in to WTTSradio.com at WTTS Radio or the Dream Team Presents Civil Society social group. You can also watch on DMV Empire, My DMV Meetup, and GFC. So make sure you tune in. And we also want to talk about that joint barbecue that we're having.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, man. I can't wait for that thing.
Yeah, that's going to be what's up, July 8th.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Y'all excited?
I'm ready for the
Man,
food,
I'm past
of course.
excited.
It's like a bunch of groups coming together.
Finally.
Finally. Yeah, to have a barbecue. It's going to be a lot of fun. Leave the kids at home, right? No kids, no kids.
I heard that part.
No moon bounces and shit like
No
that.
kids.
I don't think
Everybody
it's
had no
no
damn moon bounce.
kids.
I don't know, because I think it's
right
I think it's straight adults. So, you know,
Yeah.
we not trying to keep the PG-13. So, yeah,
Yeah.
no kids. But it's going to be hot. It's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure that you do come out and join us for the barbecue on July 8th. Going to be a lot of fun. So, what's been going on with your week there, Poopy?
I don't know. I took a little road trip to where the fuck was I at?
We don't know. What was you at?
Well, we know your son left.
Oh yeah, that was emotional. Oh yeah, I had an emotional weekend. My son, he left. He's gone, and yeah, I hate thinking about it. You know, he's in New Mexico.
Big
You know,
up.
trying
Big
to
thing.
on his
Big
own.
thing.
You know, and he's
Cool beans.
trying to be a man. Hopefully,
what's
I
up.
done my job. You feel
There
me?
you
So
go. There you go.
other than that, I ain't really. I don't do much no more in my old age.
Oh, Lord.
You know. How about you? What you do? What y'all do?
Oh.
Y'all lives are much more interesting than mine.
No, I don't think so.
So what you do, Keith? What was going on in the Mac world?
I kind of laid low. I hit a couple spots. But for the most part, I chilled. I really do much.
Damn, we
I
sound
can't really
boring as
say-
shit.
I know,
Y'all
right?
just dry as
Damn,
hell.
we dry. We got a dry ass.
I'm about to make up some shit or something because this ain't going good right now.
Yeah, but it's good to take a break
I was
sometimes.
gonna say sometimes
I
you
go
take
a lot.
break.
I'm not even gonna lie. It's hard to keep up with me. It really is. And so the past couple weekends, like last weekend, you know, I said the same thing. I just kind of laid low. And this weekend, I basically did the same thing. I can't say I did a whole lot.
Well, today is the first day of summer.
Oh, yeah.
True.
So, you know.
So now it's time to get it in.
Yeah, now,
Yeah.
yeah.
I hung out at the harbor today. It was
Yes,
nice.
we did.
It was nice. Yeah, me, Rax, Murph, and our girl Diane. We
Had a
hung
couple
out
of
at
drinks.
had a couple of
Mhm.
drinks.
Should've
Ate
had a
those
couple of
dollar
more.
oysters and those dollar shrimps.
Uh-oh. You
I-
can't
I-
get no
I
plugs,
wish.
though, unless they pay that money.
I was gonna say, I wish I could have ate some, but yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Right.
you know, I'm trying to go to the hospital and all, so yeah, didn't have that.
I had to tell Raquel if she comes to McCormick's if for any reason she want to take a shrimp or an oyster, let me get my car, pull it up to the door, and she eat the oyster and the shrimp on the way out.
And
So,
be ready to go
right,
into
with the
emergency room.
EpiPen, so that if we need to go, we need to go. She's not going to be on there like, no, we're not doing hitch.
Yeah, I was going to say, she
Right.
did that in the restaurant. I'm like,
No.
so I'm hitched now, right?
Yeah,
So
we're not having one of those. But
got
anyway.
it.
What'd you do, Mark?
Man, my weekends be a blur. I saw what was that this weekend? Yeah, I saw the Tupac movie.
Oh, yes.
I did see that. I did.
Friday,
I seen
yeah.
that. Yeah.
I was a little skeptical to go see it initially because I figured they was gonna do my man wrong, but it was pretty good though. Shouts out.
To me, in just my opinion, they didn't really tell me nothing that I didn't already know though. You know, it wasn't a bad movie. I think the guy did an excellent job. However, I wanted him to delve a little bit more into the East Coast, West Coast thing, but I kind of got it
because we know that it's like we know the story already,
right?
Well,
from the Biggie movie, so it's kind of like you expect certain things in his movie, but then you don't really know about his life, so then you're expecting them to do kind of the opposite.
But what I got out of that, watching the Biggie movie and the Tupac movie, was this, and not to divvy on it. I think Pac was probably a little upset at Big because it was more so like Pac fucking with them guys, but you know them guys, but you ain't tell me.
Right.
But Big did tell him.
Right.
You feel me? He did tell him subliminally, like. So I kind of picked up on that, and I think that was probably his motivation for that. Like, motherfucker, why you ain't just tell me that they wasn't right? But it's like Big on some shit. Like, nigga, I did try to tell you, but you wasn't listening. You feel me?
Right.
So it was easier to go at him opposed to the niggas who really did it. Now, you know, that's just my opinion. But you know, to all you Pac, shout out to Tupac.
Yeah, big.
What did you do, Rex?
I went out happy hour and bar hopping.
Yeah, we saw the
Friday. Yeah. On Friday, and then I went to a comedy show on Saturday night. So kind of chill, kind of fun. He was all right. I can't even remember the name of the comedian. Some Midwest comedian. He was all right. He wasn't, all
extraordinary.
That. But he wasn't, yeah. But he was all right. So it was fun. It was a good weekend. Then my daughter came over on Saturday night and hung out, spent the night.
The youngest?
It's Sunday, the youngest one.
Okay.
Yeah, so we chilled out, had, relaxed on Sunday, and it was good.
Everybody was really on their chill this weekend.
Air goes,
yeah, for the most part. My
Sometimes
money was
that's
fucked
what
up too.
It needs to
True
happen
shit.
sometimes.
I ain't gonna lie, my money was fucked up too.
Dictated
It was Father's Day, goddamn it, but I ain't feel like it.
It wasn't pay week for me.
Yeah, hell no.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Got you. So, and that makes a difference. But y'all talking about the Tupac movie and everything. How about Jada Pinkett and the reviews? I mean, I know you said it was all right, but that movie got some bad reviews from a lot of the stars. Did not like it. They said wait for it to come out on DVD or Fire Stick. Right. They said don't pay your money to go see the movie. I mean, it was a lot of bad reviews for the Tupac movie.
But I just think Jada, and when you speak of Jada and the way she kind of came out and said a lot of the shit that didn't
happen, like the letter, the poem, she said it wasn't read to her.
That shit was Will Smith influence, because he looked at her probably like, for real, you really was in love with that nigga.
But I mean,
you know what I'm saying? No more. You know what I'm saying? No more. That shit was fucking with her household, son.
I don't think so, though. I don't think so. She said that a lot of the argument didn't happen. She wasn't invited or like that to his shows like that. He didn't say bye before he went to LA. She had a lot of contradictions to what they, what appeared in the movie.
However, though, Rax, I feel you. But what y'all think of the movie?
Exactly.
What y'all think of the movie out
For
there?
whoever saw it,
Yeah.
you know, did you like it? Did you not like it? How do you review it?
I just think she ain't really giving, for her being an advocate for Black Oscars. Oscars so white. She didn't give it. I understand her position on it, but she didn't really give it a chance to really before she came out with it.
But
said
isn't she the
Right.
one that dated? She dated him or something, and she's giving her point of view from her relationship with him.
So is it more so like, all right, well, why the hell y'all ain't? Why y'all ain't asked me? You know what I'm saying? Why y'all ain't asked me?
Right.
Y'all put me in a fucking movie with my check at.
Yeah.
That's what that shit is about, though, right?
Boom.
I think she felt that they probably should have asked her, which they should, because she's still living. So if you want to portray her, you might want to ask her some questions. And even John Singleton, because he backed out or something happened, I don't know what happened with his part. So they asked him not to take part in it. So he has some issues with how the movie played out too. So I don't know. What are y'all thoughts? Whoever saw the movie this weekend.
Yeah, let us know
Let
what
us
y'all
know.
think. If
I don't
you
know.
went and saw it, let us know.
Good, bad,
I get that
fire
shit.
stick. Look,
Oh, yeah. I get that shit
thumbs
like
up.
a
Yeah.
C.
Well, Carol Berry
The music
says
was
that they should have asked her.
I
They should have
agree.
asked her.
Right. I agree.
I
being
really
part
So
of
it's
the
like a
movie,
check.
so.
You know,
Yeah.
goddamn it. If you're going to just slander my character and shit like that and slander my name, then fuck it.
Yeah,
Just
they
please
should
pay me
have.
for it,
Out of
I feel.
respect, if nothing else, you should have asked her. 'Cause
Yeah.
she's alive.
But let's give it
So-
out to them. They did, have an all black cast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Ah,
saying?
yeah.
So they kept it home
Yeah,
for the
that's
most
what's up.
part.
That's what's up.
But yeah, it was definitely a lot better than what I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Appreciate
we
it a
have
little
people
bit.
saying that, it had its highs, it had its lows. It was
Okay.
good,
Mm.
but they need to stop trying to have it live up to Straight Outta Compton, is what somebody else
Well,
said.
Yeah.
Well, Straight Outta Compton was good. I mean, that's a little
like that
hard.
movie.
I like that movie
Yeah.
too. So
Courtney Johnson say somebody's a hater. Who's a hater, goddammit? Who's a hater?
But it was said too that the difference between the Compton joint and this one and even Biggie's was that they weren't hit anymore to tell their story. Everybody from Compton except for Easy is hit, so that's they know what happened. They actually are telling their own story,
Yeah.
which made it
Yeah.
And then Ice Cube can write like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But
Stand by for my movie.
That's right. That's right.
So what about Steve Harvey and his comments?
look at the face. Look at the face.
Yeah,
What up?
I'm
boo?
gonna let
That
you go.
cocksucker, let me tell you, dog. He's a cocksucker. Motherfucker, if you're listening right now, thanks to you,
I can't
Joe, I reached about 75, about 77. Cole, shouts out to Cole Hansberry for saying, motherfucker, you need to make that shit go public. Son, I'm like at 7,700 views. Oh my God, I'm so stoked. Fuck him. Real talk.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
It really was disrespectful.
It was disrespectful.
It was
insensitive.
very disrespectful and insensitive.
I believe Steve Harvey, in a sense, no one understands a joke better than me. I believe. You feel me?
Right.
But I just believe he got sucker motherfuckers around him though, Ma. You know what I'm saying? Rax that can't tell him.
True.
Sherry Strawberry tried to say, stop.
Stop, yeah.
She tried to stop him. But
and she
his whole-
said, you doing too much right now.
yeah.
And he just kept going
and going. And you know what? In the backlash, I guess, man, when you get money, like that, it's like.
But you shouldn't have a fuck it attitude or fuck everybody attitude just because you making money and you feel like you can say whatever you want.
I mean, this is a free country.
Wrong is wrong.
However, I think he has some more has a social responsibility now that we on the community shit.
Right.
He has a social responsibility. Now, a joke is a joke. However, I could have got past the first shit that he said. You know what I mean? It was like, damn, motherfucker, for real, you said that? But then when he ended it and say, have a nice glass. I could have punched him in his fucking mouth.
Yeah.
It was like, nigga, he ain't the only one. It's a whole, like, them people didn't ask for that type of shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So for him, he gets the thumbs fucking down from me forever.
Forever.
I don't respect this motherfucker. Forever. forever, ever. Yeah, he does, man. Steve Harvey's to me is just, you know, and people actually judge me according to the shit that I say about him because they think I have a hard on for him. Pause, but I don't. It's just like Slim. Real talk. You have to be mindful of the shit that you say out your mouth. And we all have no filters at times. I get it. Right. But when you like in a position like that, and you have to he gives a lot.
He does.
He does. He gives a lot. Right? But then you know what? At the end of the day, son, you can't piss on them people. You can't give shit. My grandmother always told me this. You can't piss on me and tell me it's raining. Yeah. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So he gives a lot. So that doesn't give him carte blanche because I gave you a cup of water or a bottle of water that I can that gives me the green light to shit on you. Fuck him. No. Real talk. I hope he's listening now. I hope he's listening now.
We hope he is.
Where's the camera at this bitch? I hope you listen now. Fuck you, Steve Harvey. Real talk. Real talk. I don't like him. I don't. Yeah. And you know what? Let me just say one more thing. You know why people always say, "Well, what's the difference?" You know what I mean? Like between him and and I'm sorry, I'm going over.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
But D.L. Hughley, Steve Harvey, they come up together. Yeah. I just look at it like Steve Harvey. I can look you in your face and say, "Steve,
he's a Bama."
Nah, it's just like Steve Harvey. The reason why you don't get the same admiration or the same respect that DL does is because we just don't trust you. Yeah. We just don't trust you.
Because he's wishy-washy.
And X said he went to Donald Trump on us too.
Right.
I mean, that's
45 or 45.
Yeah.
True. 45
away.
Yeah, whatever. So, I just don't really, I just don't get it. Like, nigga, how many times, time you gonna put your fucking foot in your mouth? You already fucked up some girl at the Miss America. You fucked up her dream, took her crown back and shit like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He said the wrong person.
Yeah, right. But then at the end of the day, you say, okay, all you motherfuckers that work for me, you got to sign in before you can just say a type of conversation with me. Then I caught backlash for that because people said, you know what, well, I understand that you need time for yourself and me time and shit like that. But when you're a boss, motherfucker, those people that work under you, their livelihood depends on your success. Right. So, God damn it, they gonna come to you with ideas. It's no different than the drug gang, though, Mark. Right. You feel me? If you that motherfucker connect, niggas gonna come at you
all day.
They gonna come at you.
Day.
You know, fuck it, because I gotta eat.
Right.
And like I said today, you know what I mean? The success, the bosses, to be a boss, man, you know, eat and let others eat. Yeah. That's it. That's all.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
So then we move on to Bill Cosby.
Right. He actually walked out of court like that. Yeah, he walked out of court. I was like, God damn.
Yeah,
but
he's up.
You know, I don't know if he did. If he did do it, so he got to live with that shit. But
hey, Joe,
I'm kind of happy. You know, it was a mistrial. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't.
Because they can go back.
Because for real, he's kind of like Steve a little bit. He helps a lot.
Fuck yeah.
He helps a lot, but he shits a lot too.
Yeah.
So but you know, but he brought us a lot of good shit.
Yeah.
Back in the day,
he did
a lot of good shit.
Did.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he did.
Even though during that time he was doing his shit though,
popping them pills.
Right.
Fake niggas put shit in their drinks. That's what I say.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
You know?
Let me throw this twist though. What is the difference between him actually putting something in the drink and a dude getting a chick drunk and then fucking her?
Well, you drinking
on your own.
You're drinking on your own accord.
Like this. You want something else?
Okay, so you're drinking on your own accord, and so you still drinking and drinking, but that doesn't mean she's consenting. That's a whole different subject. Whole different subject.
I ain't understand. No, you not gonna fucking go that way. You not gonna do that shit. Don't ever do that.
Yes, it is.
Don't ever do that shit.
What you mean? But yes, it is. But yet, it's he shouldn't have put anything in her drink. But I'm just saying, even if a female is drinking and drinking and drinking, if she's not sober saying yes, you still wrong to screw her. I'm just saying.
That's a different day and a different subject.
Well, that's the case. If that's the case, women do the same thing to men. Oh, hey, let me go get you another drink. Let me go get you another drink. Next thing you know, we leaned over on the couch and your pants started to come down. You know what I'm saying? I came in
Is that rape? Is that rape? Really? That date rape?
Really?
That is going to be a different day and a different subject.
Topic.
Exactly.
Okay. What you got,
but for real,
so we're gonna say congratulations to Beyonce and Jay-Z on their twins.
Yes, speaking of sex.
But we do have to say
what's their baby's name?
We don't know that.
It's a boy and a girl. We don't know yet.
We know that it's a boy and girl.
Or the yellow.
I hope you're playing.
There you go.
We hope that you're playing, Darnell. But anyway, but there was a lot of flack that was coming back towards her dad. So you know that Beyonce and her dad are not speaking. So there was a lot of issues because they've been the twins have been born for a week, but her dad just put it out on Monday. And what is being said is that her dad did not have permission to say that the babies were here. They hadn't technically announced it. Well, so it was some backlash on him. And people on social media was going back and forth like he didn't have permission to do it and blah, blah, blah. Like, whatever. This is their grandfather. It don't matter whether you talking or not. He can say that the kids was here the 2 hours after they was here. Why the fuck does it matter?
True shit.
Whether he announced it 2 hours after or 2 weeks after.
Right,
but that goes back to, look, the community. That's the grandfather. It take a village to raise a child, the whole 9 yards. You need the whole family unit. You better make up, get over it. That's your father.
Yeah. I mean,
that's your father.
I believe that they need to patch it up.
Yeah, I think you need to patch that up.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day. Yeah. But yeah, so we're going to go to break at this time. And I think we're going to show you, because guess what's coming out this week? Power! And so we're going to show you a clip from Power during this break. And we'll get back with you. And we will go into our subject for the night, which is what happened to the African American community. Where did we go wrong?
Carol
or where did y'all go wrong? Anyway, see you at the break.
She's not my client.
Again, what's up? And we're back. And I see you, Malik. Yes, I said y'all. I was joking, but I do something for the community. But that is right. What do y'all go wrong? Because people always push it off to other people versus taking some ownership onto what they actually put into or what they actually do for the community. So what do you all think destroyed the African American community? And please call in if you have a comment or we can see it in the box.
301-278-1293.
Go ahead, Poopy.
What I think destroyed the African American community is desegregation. I believe before when things were segregated, I believe, and I didn't come up through that era, just watching footage and films and shit that's been archived, it showed that the Black community at that moment was much stronger. You know what I mean? We had mom and pop stores and we were able to, you have Black Wall Street, 1941, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Right.
You had shit like that. But I believe once we became desegregated, I believe it kind of destroyed that or just took away the fabrics from that. Mm-hmm. Because I just think we got into some sort of mindset. Right. My parents, of course everyone wants to be equal, in my opinion. But when you start to schools, when you start to want to be like them and do certain shit like them, I want what they have. It kind of distracted us in a sense, and it just enabled. It's just all my opinion. It just enabled them. When I say them, I don't know who the fuck them are, but it just enabled the whole system in a sense to kind of fracture us, like almost like that Willie Lynch shit. You follow me? It kind of fucked us up because I don't know really. Maybe when I was little, younger, we had Docs on 15th Street. We had Eddie Lennox. I actually know Eddie Lennox.
Right, yeah.
Right.
You feel me? I actually know Eddie. He was the first dude in our hood to actually make the hamburgers with his hands. You know what I mean? Shit like that. But then it's just we started. I just think, man, we kind of started wanting what they.
I think
wanted in
it
a
has
sense.
to do with when okay, and I'll just speak from my own experience. When I was growing up, I could go 4 apartment buildings down and have dinner with Miss Williams and her kids or her grandkids, and it was no big deal. And I could walk to the other side of Vienna. I lived by Thoreau Intermediate in Vienna, and McDonald's on the other side by Madison High School is on the other side of Manassas. I remember walking from one side of one side of Vienna to the other side of Vienna just to hang out with my other set of friends that I went to Thoreau Intermediate with.
Mhm.
But it was no issue for me to go from one side of Vienna to the other side of Vienna to have dinner with my other set of friends and it not be an issue.
Mhm.
But then now you have where parts of Southeast is beefing with other parts of Southeast, and one part of Fairfax is beefing with another part of Fairfax City, and it's just, to me, there's no foundation, there's no family, there's no it takes a village to raise a child.
Right.
There's
Yeah,
none of
definitely.
that
I
anymore.
agree.
People say it all the time and we want it, but it doesn't exist anymore.
And part of it is on us. And thank you, Al. I'm glad you tuned in too. But I think it's us too, because there was nothing for my neighbor or someone to catch me doing something and get in my ass. And then for
walk
them
you
to tell
too.
my parents,
Right.
and then for my parents to get in my ass again once they told my parents. Now, let that happen. Don't tell nothing to my
Right.
kids.
Don't
Don't
talk
speak
to
to
my
my kids.
kids.
Don't
Right.
talk to my kids.
Yeah.
Don't hit my
I
kids.
concur.
Everybody got something to say when they're correcting your child for either being doing something wrong
And we
or
even
not
go,
being respectful.
and we even go as far as the people that our kids spend the most time with during the school year, our teachers.
Right.
We get on our
the
teachers and we say, if
Don't
you have
yell at
something
them,
to say to
call
my child,
me.
call me
Right.
or talk to me. I'm going to be at the school, blah, blah, blah.
Exactly.
But the minute they call and say your kid is acting up, where are you at? Are you really at the school? Are you really involved in your kid's school life that much?
Right.
And I know that it's hard. I have 3 children, but I'm going to tell you this. Anytime that any of my kids' teachers call me, I got in my kid's ass.
Let me tell
I
you.
can't be at 3 schools at the same time, but I will say this. I told the teachers, I'm going to have a talk with my kids, and I can guarantee you my kids can attest to this now. I had a talk with them. You go to school tomorrow and you do the same thing, yeah, me and you about to have a
Oh, no,
problem.
see, let me
Because
tell
you
you.
spend 8 hours, 9 hours
Mhm.
at school every day. I don't expect for you to go to school and act a fool when at home
If-
you're not acting
If
like
I
that.
had to go to my kids' school, they already know, because my dad did that to us. When you mess up, I fix up. If I got to come to your school, I am beating your
I fix
ass.
up.
Yeah.
Like
Kinda
I'm just
slick,
saying,
right?
yeah,
You should
if-
patent that, put that shit on a
Yeah.
Yeah,
t-shirt.
because
goddamn.
if I have to come to your school and leave my job
Right.
to come to your school, I'm beating your ass.
Yeah.
Because why do I have to come up to your school?
But then
Because
if
you already
beat
know how
they
to act.
ass though, rocks when
Let
you
me
live
tell
in the
you.
Commonwealth. If you- hold
I
on.
wasn't in the Commonwealth at the time. I wasn't at in the
you
Commonwealth.
beat
But I did. But let me tell you,
I'm listening.
because I already know what you're about to say. I was hitting my daughter up the hallway because all her friends teased her after that. And then the principal said, "Come here, Miss Victoria." And she said, "Come into my office because they're going to call the people on you."
Yeah,
with
Child
her-
Protective Service.
Child Protective Service. So I knew where you were going with that,
Yeah.
because that's the other problem, that you want my kids to behave, but you don't want me to beat that ass. You're going to call social services on me, but then you're going to complain when they
But when we were growing
misbehaving.
up,
So
we didn't even think about calling CPS.
I know. Kids,
How dare you
Yes.
even come out your
Yes.
mouth?
yes.
These my kids ain't do it. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna call CPS on you. They gonna come. I wish. Ooh,
Go
Jesus.
ahead. The fuck it. You can call CPS.
But
Yeah,
you better-
so it's the same thing.
Hold on,
I
Tia
You
understand.
said-
better hope that they get to you.
Yeah.
Tell me
Before
why.
I get to you, Tia
Say,
said,
fuck that.
hold on. Tia said we call each other's brothers and sisters, but we don't act like family as a whole. We don't look out for each other the way
We
other
sure don't.
POCs do, and we don't. I agree 100%, Tia.
We don't look
We
like
do-
what?
we don't
Say
look
it
out-
again.
look out for each other.
We don't look
Don't
out for each other.
Like other who?
The other, the
Like
way
the
the other
people-
POCs do
Cultures.
in America. Cultures.
Other cultures do.
Yeah.
So, example.
Because
Hispanics.
I gotta agree. However, other cultures in America, I gotta disagree to just
A little bit.
a fragment, meaning those other cultures have migrated. In my opinion, I'm not gonna say they had an easy life. I'm not. However, our shit when we came to this other cultures, culturally speaking, when we came here. We've been here. Yeah, no, we came here unwillingly, and we were indoctrinated by their system. So I think, culturally speaking, we are fragmented. They come here with traditions. They come from Ireland. They come when you speak of other cultures. They come from Ireland. They come from Italy. They come to this country and they have their own. They bring in their traditions.
Right.
Tell me what tribe I'm from.
Okay, but
Let me finish, Keith. Tell me what tribe I'm from. You feel me? I don't have. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that luxury.
Right.
We don't have that luxury.
No.
So I don't know. All I can say is I'm from Africa. I'm hoping. I ain't never been. I'm from Africa. But what tribe are you from? Your lineage, our shit is cut off. Mothers, fuck sons, white man, fuck that mother. You know, all that shit. So that's why Africans alone don't respect us. They don't respect the African American man because they say our blood is tainted.
Yeah.
True.
You know what I'm saying? But that's just my perspective.
But I'm glad you said tradition.
So
I'm
made
glad
a
you
video,
said tradition too.
For the show the other day, and spoke on this. Like, there's a lot of criticism, there's a lot of opinions about where we are and how we got here. To change it, though,
how do we get there? That's the thing. That's the key.
What do you think is going to change it, though?
We have to become the change that we seek inwardly. I just think respecting oneself first and foremost. I think at the end of the day, I don't know, religiously speaking, whatever religion that you follow, you have to just go to a higher being in a sense to get your guidance at the end of the day.
But I think society is part of the problem too, and I think it does affect the cultures. One, let me go back, because my original thought was when you're talking about the community and what's affecting our community is the fact that we don't get out there and vote. And I know this is political, but I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it one more time. Whatever, poop. We don't get out and vote like we should, and that affects your community because your aldermen, your mayors, your sheriffs, all those people have to do with your community. I'm just saying. So you can't just leave it at the president or not.
You're absolutely right.
So can I say, okay, so Stephanie Coleman brought up a good point. She says that we have taken family out of the equation.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
We have taken family out of the equation.
Yeah.
Well,
elaborate. Do tell.
Okay, so I'll read her thing. She said, we've taken family out of the equation. We grew family bonds, initiated community change, protests, politics, etc., all in the church. We aren't family anymore, and that's the problem. So that still goes back to what I was saying. It takes a village to raise a child. We have in our communities, when we were growing, if y'all really think about when we were growing up, in our age, our sector, I'm going to say maybe between like 38, our generation, from 38 to maybe 45, 48. It really was a community that really stuck together. Well, I'll go back. I wasn't brought up in certain parts of areas. I wasn't brought up in the hood. I have always grown up.
I knew
that's fucked up.
And
that's fucked up.
And neither was I.
All right, that's fucked up.
The hood took care of me. I'm still here.
All I'm saying is I wasn't brought up in certain areas. I can only speak from my own experience. So I grew up in the suburbs. And even in my area, still, my grandparents, when my mom went to work and it was summertime, we didn't stay home by ourselves. We didn't go to camps and shit. We went out on my parents' farm.
For real.
My grandparents had a farm. I'm sorry.
I've never been on a farm before.
And
what?
I'm sorry.
Never been on a farm before.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
That's what we did in the
Wow.
summer. We went to our grandparents' house. We didn't stay home. We didn't go to the neighbor's house to eat their
I'm gonna need you to
food.
get some country in you.
Listen,
I'm on the horse shag. And let me tell you.
again, to me, we are missing those big mamas and those grandparents that I'm only speaking from my point of view.
Took care of him too.
So
Right.
I can only say this is what I feel I'm missing from my community and where I grew up in the suburbs. That this is what we're missing. Me and my brother had a conversation last night. Some of our kids wouldn't be cussing. Our kids wouldn't be disrespecting their parents. They wouldn't be watching half of these shows that they're watching. Again, I am
That's
only speaking for me and the way that I grew up and the way that me and my brothers grew up.
Yeah.
If my mother was still around,
Mhm.
I guarantee you
Keish,
some of the stuff.
pause. I'm sorry. We need to go to break.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. We're gonna pick up with Keish and come back and get some of your comments in here. And remember, you can also call. Shout that number out, Mark.
301-278-1293.
And if you start dissing, I'm a clap back now, goddammit. And so, hey.
And we're at break. And we're at break. What's up? What's up? What's up? And we're back from break. I know we have a person calling in.
Oh, that's right.
Go ahead.
My bad. We got a DMV indie hip hop artist by the name of Nicholas Baker from VA. Most of his cats down there probably know him as Devin Gross, but he ran a YMCA youth program for a lot of years, and he's moved out to LA, I believe. So we wanted to get a little bit more expertise because again, it really is about his kids, or the kids rather, because you know we've come up, we know where we come up from. You know, we was a little more structured, might have been a little wild, but structured nonetheless. Now this generation, they wobbling all over the place.
Yes.
So we're gonna allow him to come on in and speak his piece on it.
And I agree, Corey, with the whole family eating dinner together daily. I think a lot of those things really affect the community as well.
Hey, Big Nicholas, you on the line? How's it going?
I'm good, man. How you doing? How's everybody doing?
Hey, what's going on, Nicholas?
What's up, Nick?
Cool. Yeah, I'm good, man. Can't complain.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Glad to have you on, man. Glad to have you on. I guess I can start off with a basic question. What got you into the YMCA and actually being a community activist?
Honestly, when I was in school, I went to Hampton University, so
Shout out
when
to
I was
Hampton.
there, you know, of course, go Pirates. Real HU. I'll take that. Nah.
It's not, but go ahead.
Nah, but honestly, when I was there, I got in just to get some extra money while I was in school. That's how it started. But being there, I found, you know, I really had to thank for helping out the teams. That's who I worked with when I was there. So it just, you know, it was really rewarding for me to help them out and kind of move them along. So when I came back home, I actually found the YMCA out there in Alexandria. Went on a humble just to, like, you know, try to get a quick part-time. And then next thing I know, within like 8 months, I was the director of the program.
Oh, wow.
So,
That's what's up.
Nice.
yeah.
How long were you doing it? Like, when did you start?
I was out there, I want to say it was like 2007, and I was there for about 6 years.
All right. So that's
Get your math right.
yeah, right. I'm trying to work it out right now.
Right,
I'm sitting over here.
Carry the one.
But right. So how old are you?
I'm 39.
I was gonna say,
All
why
right,
you all up in
so
that
you're pretty much around the same age group as we are. So what do you see as the difference from when you were coming up to the kids that you dealt with when you were with YMCA?
I mean, one big thing that I heard that was said is like family involvement. When I was young as a kid, I went to my grandparents' house as well for the summers. My mother would ship me out 2, 3 months, and I'm down there. And I had a whole bunch of cousins that I was involved with.
Yep.
We didn't have necessarily a summer camp, but there was so many cousins. Like, I guess we had our own summer camp. My aunt would take us to the pool. We would kind of hang out there, play around, just have fun with each other. So it was definitely family involvement. I think now one big thing that I don't know if I heard put out there is technology. I think technology is really, it's making stuff hard now. Like, it used to be if you wanted to see somebody and keep up with somebody, you had to actually go see them.
Exactly.
Or pick up the phone. And now we can, you go on social media, you can text real quick, and you kind of know what's going on just like that. So it's made it easier for people to not have to go visit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would see. I mean, even with running summer camps, you had kids coming with their cell phones or with iPads or whatever. And some camps all about getting outside and running around. You know what I mean? So they'd be quicker to want to sit down and just look at the iPad. You know what I'm saying? So it's just becoming we're so caught up in looking at our screens. Like, if you think about it, walking around, you can look around at any given time and everybody got their phone up. Yep. But you're sitting with people. Like, I've seen people eating at a table and they looking at their phone.
Yeah, like a whole group of people. It could be like about 6 or 7 people at the table, and at least 5 of them got their heads in their phone.
Yeah,
exactly.
By any chance, do you still keep in contact with the kids that you work with?
It's crazy. It's like I actually do. Like I said, I work with, I tried to bring the teams up through the program. So I had teams, like, even while I was there that, would start with me for maybe, let's say, the age of 15 and then end up counselors in my program. I've seen some of those same kids go through college now. And they always fall back to the experience that they had at the Wires. They're always thankful to me. I have kids that worked as my counselors that are just like, you were one of the best bosses I ever had. And they're just always thankful for those experiences that we had at the Wire.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up, nigga. Well, we do appreciate you calling in and giving us a little bit of time.
Indeed.
Hopefully, you continue doing what you do. You also an artist, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, well, much success with that and everything else you got going on, man. We appreciate it.
I appreciate the time.
All right,
Thank
bro.
you.
All right, y'all, take it easy.
All right, be easy, baby.
Yep.
But go ahead, because it was like burning a hole.
No,
Yes.
but I'm gonna
What?
say no. It's nothing wrong with what he said, and I definitely have so much admiration for that brother.
All right.
However, I just believe regionally or just from Virginia, from where he was, I can say because I'm close to DC. I'm in the hood in DC.
Mm-hmm.
They close a lot of these recs.
Right.
They close a lot of these recreation centers.
And that's why it's important for us to give opinions from every aspect. So
now,
she's
Virginia,
from a different area, I'm from a different area, and
right.
y'all are too. So
but the funding, I just say, it's taxation without representation, all that bullshit. But you know what? DC doesn't have the same funding as the state of Virginia or the state of
Commonwealth.
or the Commonwealth or the state of Maryland. I mean, they don't.
Right, but it's a lot of programs that y'all have. I wish that we had. I'm gonna tell you,
I would go to any.
They are.
Like you can
They
go to
do
any
have
college.
now.
They do have
You
it.
can go to any college out of state and not pay out of state fees.
That's the perk. That is
Definitely
the
a perk. Definitely a perk.
That is the perk.
That's why I moved to Maryland.
That's the perk to having it. I
You
get
kind of
it.
got to get to college though.
I mean, true.
But
But the school systems
True.
is fucked up in the city. Fucked up in
Versus-
Maryland. The fucking curriculum is archaic. It is. It's archaic. And these youngers are learning a math or a science or a history that isn't conducive to, how can I say this? Like they won't be able to use that. Like, why won't they? I just believe I'm a piggyback off of Lupe Fiasco. and it was so profound what he said. Shit like growing your own food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, essential shit
Mhm.
to help us live.
Yeah.
You know, I just believe in the history. It's been tainted. You know, you can have a dude that you can have a guy, a black guy right now that can tell you his history. You can have a white guy can tell you the very same story
But it
and flip it because they have and I'm not being racial, but fuck it. They can flip it because shit has been tainted so much that these kids they don't know what to believe.
right.
Yeah.
Right. I believe
They don't know
that.
what to believe.
But
You know?
that's why you have to teach them the history.
And that's the importance of it. And
Of
this
family.
is how I feel that we can change it, is because us as parents need to be more involved in what our kids are learning in school
Yeah.
and be advocates for what is it that our kids are what is it that my child should be learning
Let's take this
so
caller.
when they go into school.
Next caller.
Right. Let's see who this is. What's going on? You're on the edge. Who you talking to?
This is Cole Headsbury, the internet
Hey,
superstar.
Cole.
Oh, hey, quick! That's what you are.
Listen, I think one of the biggest problems in the black community is nobody kind of wants to listen. You know, everybody want to be in charge, but nobody want to kind of be the followers. You know, I thought about possibly like starting a community. If we talk about starting a community, like, are we going to want to follow the rules of whoever's in charge? So, for like instance, what's his name? Omar. What's that guy's name? Omar Johnson.
Dr. Omar.
You know, yeah, I'm definitely not following him. You know what I'm saying?
Why?
Why not?
Why?
I'm
That's
gonna
my
tell you,
man.
listen, he want to start a school,
Mm.
and all the teachers have to be heterosexual men. You know what I'm saying? Like, then they don't have anything to offer, and then you're going to go back and then you're going to quote James Baldwin. Like, you know, you're crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? So we're going
Respect.
to always,
Respect.
so we're gonna always kind of like find kind of faults in like whoever the leaders are. So like, could we ever get to a point where, you know, we can have a leader that we can follow? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I just believe this, Cole. It's each one teach one. So my thing is, if it doesn't have to be when you say a leader, it doesn't have to be in mass proportions. Fuck it. If you got like 2 dudes up under your wing, and you get them and you catch them young, and you catch them at the point where their minds are pretty much open. Because nowadays, I'm a firm believer in this. These kids nowadays, with the information, like the brother we had on the phone, information that has them, they have information at their fingertips.
Okay.
And if you catch them while their minds are open and you kind of guide them in the right direction,
Grasp them.
and you don't put that pressure on them, I believe that, like anything else, if their seed, man, if you water it correctly and give it the proper sunlight, it can blossom into something positive.
Right. But even if you feel like you can't reach 1,000, even if you reach 1 or 2, if those 1 or 2 go out into the community, the same community, and bring back.
I don't know. Well, I agree with you. I agree with you. And I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
You just.
I'm gonna put it like real plain and simple because Malik just said something that I've been saying for like years. I'm wording it differently than his, but I've always said that we are, even though our generation has done a lot and has accomplished a lot, and we are the bridge between what family used to be and what it no longer is. But the thing about it is, yeah, the kids can be the kids, and you can blame, the youth for doing shit. But we've been
starts
punk
with
ass
us.
parents.
It
We've
starts
been
with
punk ass
us.
parents. So until you start like actually being a parent, so I think I put up
And
or
not being
somebody
your kids'
or
friends.
somebody
Say
put up
that.
a meme the other day. I don't know if it
Mhm.
was me or somebody else, but it said,
Mimi.
the parent gets mad when the kid asks or tell them that they're hungry. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, no, stop being selfish. You created this person. Take care of this person. Don't just brush them off just because
Right.
you want to turn up or something, or you want to watch the game, or
Right,
you
because
doing your head.
when we were growing up, I didn't have to fix my own food. I'm sorry, my mother fixed my food. If my mother didn't fix my food, my grandparents fixed my food. And again, I can only speak where I grew up, because again, it wasn't a lot of my mother being there. My mother worked 2 jobs, but my grandmother raised us. So again, it really did boil down to villages raising the children.
But can I
And
just
getting back to
Cut
us,
in, Cole. Cut in, Cole, real quick.
it really depends on us being parents now and stop being our parents' kids. I mean, our kids' parent. I mean, our kids' friends. Sorry.
What you gotta say, Cole?
And being their parents.
What you gotta say, Cole?
What up, Cole?
Yeah, I was just going to say, but everybody has like their own values, and kind of like going back to my point is the values don't kind of come together. Like, what page can we come together on so that we could move together as a community? And it just seems like that's where like a lot of the confusion starts to happen, because like I can't remember who said it earlier. You go to like maybe chastise somebody's child. It's like, oh, don't talk to my child like that. You know what I'm saying? So where do we come together? Where do we find the common ground to say, okay, this is how we're going to operate as a Black society? And I just don't think I don't know whether it's even possible now. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody is just kind of this, every man for this self mentality.
Bingo.
Bingo.
I believe it. I totally agree with that.
Hey, Cole, check this out, man. We appreciate your phone call. We running out of time. But we gonna see you on the walls with your crazy ass.
I cannot wait.
Motherfucker social media.
I cannot wait to meet you in person, Cole.
That's right. You're supposed to be at the cookout on July the 8th.
July the 8th. And make sure you go to the events tab on these different social groups. What is it? DMV Empire, of course. Civil Society.
We got
grown folks.
Chivalry. We got, I believe, G6.
And there's a link for you to purchase your tickets. Meetup. July 8th.
July the 8th. There we go. So, I don't know.
We done ran out of time. Yeah, we got like 1 minute. We got
1 minute
left.
We got 1 minute left. 1 minute left. Go. You got to speed it up.
Say that, Keith.
I mean, really, at the end of the day, it's really about you getting out there and doing what you need to do as a parent. And really being a parent and getting out here and guiding your kids in the way that you need to guide them. Be involved in your kids' lives, not just sending them out here in the streets trying to fend for themselves, but being involved in your kids' lives. It's going to change. It's going to change the future. And for me, again, it just all boils down to just being involved. Just get involved in the community and with your kids.
You know what? But at the end of the day, I'm going to say this shit. At the end of the day, though, right?
Got
you. For real rap, with the inception of social media and everything else. But it sounds good. It sounds good. Your parents be home, being involved in your kids' lives. All that shit. It sounds good, and it's a good idea.
And it's a wrap, so y'all gonna have to stay tuned for the after.
You better, goddamn it.
We will be talking about. So
get the fuck out of here.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Next week. week, same place, same time, 10 o'clock, WTTS. Tune in on Facebook, and we'll catch you in about 2 minutes. The Edge. Holla.
Gerald.
Don't forget Love Child and a couple other things.
Why would you